Welcome back to Hockey Eastern Ontario's Rule of the Week, where each week we take a rule from the Hockey Canada rulebook and break it down for our officials, our coaches, and our players so that they can better understand the rule and how it is applied in a game situation. Deliberate illegal substitution. Have you heard of that before? Do you know what it means? Stay tuned. Before we get started, just a quick reminder to go ahead and click the like button and the subscribe button so that you can get all of the latest content that we have here in the Rule of the Week, as well as other content that we provide on this channel. So deliberate illegal substitution. Let's jump right into the definition because it is only defined one time in the Hockey Canada rulebook. Here it is. Deliberate illegal substitution is actually defined under Rule 10.7a under too many players, where a team commits deliberate illegal substitution, purposefully placing too many players on the ice to gain a stoppage of play in the last 2 minutes of regular playing time or any time in overtime. A penalty shot will be awarded to the non-offending team. It's also referred to under Rule 4.11a to penalty shots. If during the last 2 minutes of regular playing time or any time in overtime, a team is penalized for deliberate illegal substitution under delay of game 10.1, a penalty shot would be called. Rule 10.1a, under too many players, a minor penalty will be assessed to any player who, in the opinion of the referee, is deliberately delaying the game. A bench minor penalty will be assessed to any team who, in the opinion of the referee, is deliberately delaying the game. Okay, so that can be a little bit confusing. So let me break this down a little bit for you. Deliberate illegal substitution. Why does that rule even exist? It was actually one of the 3 Roger Neilson rules that was brought in. Roger Neilson was a coach in the NHL who had a habit of using the rule book to his advantage. So unless things were very, very clear, he could take advantage of certain rules. So in this case, deliberate illegal substitution was put in because imagine a situation late in the game. Your team is down 5-on-3. Okay, so you're 5 players to 3 players on your team. And then in order to gain a stoppage in play, you just throw another player on the ice during the play. Well, what that would do is it would cause the referee to blow the whistle. And before this rule, you could only put another player in the box. Well, they're already down 5-on-3, so there was really no consequence to doing that. Deliberate illegal substitution came in. So basically, if you do that in the last 2 minutes of a game, you will then receive a penalty shot against your team for that kind of action. Do we see it often? Not often, probably because once the rule was changed, it just didn't become advantageous for coaches to do that. But the key for deliberate illegal substitution is that the play must be ongoing because, as per the definition, you're trying to purposefully stop the play, okay? That means the play is ongoing. In cases where a team is delaying the game in terms of putting their players on late during an actual line change, there is a penalty you can call, and that's that 10.1a. It's for a delay of game penalty. The problem is that Hockey Canada never took into account curfews when doing games. They just assumed the game clock would stop. And so a delay of game at that moment wouldn't really have a huge impact on the game because you're still going to play out the rest of the game. The challenge is in a lot of minor hockey games with a curfew clock, coaches will sometimes delay putting players on the ice because they're trying to run out the curfew clock, meaning the time of day clock, so that the game won't actually get finished. So this is something Hockey Canada may have to look at, but in the meantime, there are no rules that allow us to penalize that team with a penalty shot. You can penalize them with a minor penalty at that point, but depending on how much time is actually left on the curfew clock, this actually may delay the game even further. What I would suggest officials do is indicate it in a game incident report that you believe that a coach or a team was trying to delay the game to get to curfew rather than play the game, because this is really unsportsmanlike conduct. It doesn't belong in the game, but that's something that can be dealt with by the league, because unfortunately, the rules in the Hockey Canada rulebook don't allow us to penalize a team with a penalty shot in that way. I hope this explains that rule a little bit. I know it can be a bit confusing. So if you have any questions about it, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is below. Finally, feel free to reach out to your association or your district referee in chief. They'll be more than happy to help you with this as well. Again, just a quick reminder to please hit the subscribe button if you like the content here, and write any comments down below if you'd like to see different videos that we can add in this series. Until next week, have a safe and wonderful week, and we'll see you back here real soon. All the best.